So, today has been a day that I've been waiting for so long. We are finally going to be lowering the GTI on some coils from ECS. They sponsored these coils and all the hardware and everything. We also have to do spark plugs and spark plug boots, so we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too bad because I want to finish it as quick as possible so I can go get clips and videos for you guys. What are we doing today?
I think I need an ice pack.
Okay guys, we need an ice pack.
Where is my ice pack?
Huge shout out to ECS for sponsoring the coils. So now we're official sponsor of ECS, so they're going to be a part of the build from now on. So huge shout out to those guys. Make sure you guys say thank you in the comments because this would not be possible without them. We're going to get to installing these coils. I'll try and do little tidbits here and there. How's it going? You know, any struggles I face so you guys can know as well in case you want to install coils on your GTI. But yeah, let's get to it. So we got the first side in. Honestly, I mean, I didn't do it, but pain in the ass to do it. Yeah, wouldn't line up that great, but we got it in. Just the one side. And then we have to do the other three. And it's fucking 36 degrees outside. And the backs, holy fuck. Finland. That's pretty good.
I love it when you shit comes back to my fucking house and sees my
I
fucking
think
hair for weeks on end.
Pretty. That's pretty money. Okay, so it is now 4 days later. Literally everything that could go wrong with the coilover install went wrong. We had to order 2 new axles because they were so swollen they wouldn't go back in. Sorry, just one of the sides was. The odds of the other side doing the same was high, so we just ordered 2. Yeah, we needed another part. It took a day later than it was supposed to. It's just shipping companies, what can you do? The GTI is finally done. I'm looking at it right now and like, it's crazy. Currently rubs a lot. I think in the front left, but it's set pretty low, so we can raise it if need be, which I think we're gonna do because I don't like rubbing. And this is my daily, so I'm not trying to make my car hard to drive because I love to drive it. And the roads where I live are not that good, so they're kind of shit. But I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting any longer, so I'm gonna show you guys the car right now. Shout out to ECS Tuning. They sponsored the GTI with these coilovers, and we are now an official sponsor of ECS Tuning, so we're going to be working with them in the future. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for them, so make sure you thank them in the comments. I'm so excited how it came out, guys. I think it looks absolutely amazing. It does need to be raised a little bit, but I'm not worried about that because we also do have to get an alignment within the next week. Because I got to let it settle for a bit, so I got to do some driving, I got to let it break in. Because we changed a lot of suspension parts, so stuff has to settle. This video is going to be continued when we are on the way to get in alignment, or to raise it. Actually, no, we have to raise it first before we go to an alignment. So the next part of this video is going to be us raising it, because it currently rubs a lot. So update since the last part of the video. We actually raised the car, so I'm going to show you guys now how much we raised it. So we raised it, we didn't touch the back at all, but we touched the front. So the front raised up about 3/4 of an inch. So now there's about a finger in between the front. You know we had to make it even on the other side. So the other side is even. Kind of see there's only about a finger. And then the back is around the same as well. So it's pretty much even all the way around, which is what I was going for in the beginning. So yeah, we raised the car about 3/4 of an inch, literally like the day after, because I couldn't handle the rubbing. It was so bad. I was literally rubbing on like every single bump. Like I could literally run over a rock and it would rub. And I wasn't rubbing my fender, I was rubbing the little screw that is on the fender. And if you own a Mark 7, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think we're gonna try and take out the fender screw at some point, but since I raised it, we're not rubbing it on anymore, only on really, really big bumps, which is only really happens if I don't avoid them. So it's not that big of an issue right now. But we also got a new mod. I honestly wasn't planning on getting these. I've been waiting for these to come off my friend's car for like 7 months. And every time we go to do it, either something happens or changes his mind, or it's not the right day or it's not the right time. But we got smoked Euro taillights for the GTI. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Brew. I'll turn them on for you guys so you guys can see. So we'll turn on the car. Turn the lights on. and you guys will be able to see how cool these actually look. Bro, these look so good. You can't lie. You can't lie. These look so cool. Sorry, the car is kind of loud. But yeah. These are pretty cool though. I love these. I've been wanting to get these for so long. And honestly got them for a crazy deal. Shout out John. So yeah, now we have the smoked Euro taillights, but they are not sequential because it requires some wiring and it requires some coating. And every single forum and every single person that I've reached out to and asked about this, they say it's like one of the most annoying jobs to do. But I just had someone DM me this morning saying they got someone to do it local and it was $70 and he got it done in a couple hours. So, do I try and do it myself or do I just take it to this guy and get it done guaranteed for $70? I don't know, $70 and getting it done, like done, perfectly done? I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me. We may attempt it, I'm not sure yet. I still can't get over how these look. So about the check engine light. So if you have a blow-off valve for your Mark 7, the little T piece, I'm gonna put a picture of it on the screen, that connects all the vacuum lines together. Mine was plastic and they're prone to break. So it was only a matter of when, not if. And mine lasted almost 11 months. And all of my friends who have the same blow-off valve have that same plastic T-piece, and theirs broke within a week. So I guess I have the world record for the longest standing plastic T-piece in a blow-off valve for Mark 7s. So I got the error code. I'm also gonna put it up on the screen. P200, 600, I think it was. Comes up as like a vacuum error, intake manifold error. Pretty much meaning there's a leak in the vacuum and then it kind of just safety shuts it down, I guess is the right way to say it. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. We fixed that plastic T-piece, put the metal T-piece in, and then cleared the code, didn't come back. And then right before I got home, it came back again. So the next thing to check is any of the lines because their rubber gets hot, there's stuff in the engine, it touches it, could cause a hole. So that's the next thing we're gonna check. Hopefully we check it at some point this week. The car's not like broken anything, you can still drive it. I just haven't really been pushing it because the car's like low. It's not in limp mode either. The car's fine, it's just when I get to it, but it's not like a dire check engine light, which is really good because I love driving my car. And when I couldn't drive my car last week because of all the stuff and the axles and all that shit that's happened to the GTI, it sucks not being able to drive your car. But we have it back. We're back in the GTI, making YouTube videos again. I know I already said the next part of the video would be me lowering it, and I never ended up showing me lowering it. But next part of the video will be getting an alignment or doing the sequential tails. But apparently it's really fucking hard to do, so I don't know if I really want to do it. I don't know if I want to spend hours and hours doing it. It's not even going to work out. Next part of the video will be getting an alignment. I just called and I scheduled it for 9 a.m. on Friday. It is now Monday, but also you got to give the coils a little bit to settle. So that's why it's scheduled on Friday. But yeah, next part of this video will be on Friday morning and we're going to get the alignment. So I'll see you guys then. We got an alignment. Honestly, it wasn't really that bad before, but the steering wheel was a little off. Alignment was long overdue, went really well. Drives fine, camera's okay. I'll show you guys actually the sheet. I don't know if I have it in the car still. I do not. I brought it upstairs. I'll show you guys what the car actually looks like now. So the car is actually pretty mint. Look at that, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, front fitment, really good. Back fitment, also really good. Crazy good. The GTI is pretty much done for now. Well, this version, I guess you could say. Like, bro, you can't lie. This car kind of, it's on the floor, kind of. This shit's slow. This is crazy good compared to what it was before. This is going to be it for this YouTube video. The next YouTube video, what we're going to do is that we're going to try and code the tail lights. A guy / shop reached out to us. He's really good with coding and wiring these tail lights, and he said it'd only take him 20 minutes. So I might make a YouTube video of that because we might have to drive like 2 hours to get it done. That's really it for this YouTube video. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Drive safe. Peace out.